Hey guys, Time itself here. I've got some Team Tactical Team Deathmatch on Dome for you today, and I'm using a UMP45 with rapid fire and extended mags. It's something of a poor man's PP90. The UMP being one of the slower firing submachine guns, the PP90 being one of the faster ones. And extended mags, well, there's not that much difference in the magazine capacity between them, but, well, if you're just going to spray bullets everywhere, extended mags, kind of a good way to go. So I'm going to go run around and use this pretty much exactly how I would use the PP90. However, again, this is the poor man's version, and so it's not as good as the PP90 at doing that. I say the poor man's version, even though I've got it in gold. Yeah, this is the cheap version. It's just gold-plated, nothing to worry about. But the real downside is that I've had to use rapid fire, one of my attachments, to get that same effectiveness as the PP90. And that is that it's even better just getting up close in people's faces and spraying from the hip. So I've got steady aim as one of the perks I start off with. But what the UMP is often good at is trying to get out at just a little bit more of a range. Even though, as far as where that range drop-off happens, the UMP doesn't really have the advantage. It's the slower fire rate that lends itself to being a little bit more accurate. And even though the iron sights aren't amazing, they're definitely usable. Now, so this game, I figured out that they were all running into the middle of the map. It's where the action was, and so I started working my way around the outside of the map, trying to cut them off as they were running into the middle. They're kind of trying to play it like it's a free-for-all game, where it doesn't matter so much if you die as long as you get lots of kills really fast, and so they keep running into the middle where the action is. And so, if this was a full 6-on-6 game, my not being silenced would often be a problem for me. But since I'll kill the couple guys that are around, and they don't have any way to be sure that I haven't moved around somewhere else on the map, it's not so much a problem that I'm not silenced. Again, if this were a larger game mode, having a silencer would probably help a lot more than anything else. That makes sense, right? There are fewer people on the map, especially after I've killed them. They don't have as much of an idea about where their team controls the map and where my team controls the map, because there are fewer firefights going on just by virtue of there being fewer people on the map. So after I fire my gun, I'm free to move around a little bit more without worrying about getting caught by someone knowing exactly where I am. Except right there, that was some fairly good use of that barrel as cover. That barrel came in handy there. So with fewer people on the map, it's a little bit easier to predict which routes I can take to flank, which lines of sight are going to be open that I'm not going to run out in and get shot. And I correctly predicted at the start of this life that I could run through the B-Dom building and get behind them while they were distracted trying to have a firefight with my teammates who were in the middle of the map. Here I'm going to do the same thing again. They're worried about shooting towards the middle of the map. I'm going to flank around the outside. This guy doesn't see it coming. His teammate heard me fire the unsilenced weapon, isn't quite sure where I am. Yeah, I guess he's not that good. And then I could run straight up towards where all the action is. Instead, I'm going to step off to the side a little bit, play it cautiously, but still try and push in there and get in close where the submachine gun is going to be of maximum effectiveness. The threat I'm trying to bring to the enemies is that if they're not watching both of their flanks, I'm going to sneak up behind them. And so they have to pull people off of the firefight with my teammates in the middle of the map, and then it kind of becomes a 2-on-3 if things go well. And right here, I almost get this, and it's only a hit marker. But I have recon, so he gets marked, and my teammate picks him up, I think. Yeah, there it is. There's the assist. Very nice. I love the specialist bonus when I get recon pro. It's just because, even with this silly setup, marking people is so useful to my team. And here I get in a bit of a tight situation, and this is where I find myself making the mistake that I had talked about the enemies making. I end up pushed up forward towards the middle of the map to where I can get flanked, and that is eventually going to cause a problem for me. But, yeah, spraying people down. I hate to say it, but that was a 22 kill streak, and there was a sniper that I got killed by and the guy in the bunker, and I was hurt. Retrospective says I should have probably gone prone behind that concrete block, and maybe I would have pulled that out. But I got so close to a MOAB in Team Tactical. The adrenaline was really going here. I was really excited. But despite the rest of the game not going as well for me, you see, he's aware. He knows he needs to be ready for a gunfight when he comes around that corner, and so it doesn't work out for me. Just before, I had been catching them by surprise. This guy didn't see that coming. I was really, really pumped. And even if I didn't get the MOAB, I was still really happy with this game. Team Tactical is quite a bit of fun when you get some good friends to play with who have some callouts and are competent teammates. I haven't had a whole lot of games in Modern Warfare 3 where flanking has been the defining tactic in a win, which I would say that's the case here. And not so much rushing, just good flanking, although there was a little bit of rushing in there. But I guess I do play lots of domination where spawn trapping is more the thing. But here, when they can't watch every sight line, trying to get around behind them, keeping them kind of paranoid on their toes, it really worked out well for us. And I can't see you, but I can kill you. Anyway, this short game of Team Tactical Team Deathmatch is coming to an end. It was surprisingly fast for 4-4. I guess it is Dome after all. We still went to 75 kills. Led my team at 29-6, so that nice little 22 kill streak in there was most of it, but hey, I'll take it where I can get it, especially with the poor man's PP90. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.